Hello, hello. Thank you so much, ladies, for jumping on this live stream because today we have a special guest, Alisa. She's my amazing client who's been with me for almost 9 months already.
9
It's
months, wow.
yeah, it's crazy. I was having a look at it, and you are with me since October, so it's
Mhm.
gonna be 9 months soon. And yeah, time flies. And I just want to say that Alisa is a foodie. She is a travel blogger. She loves food as I do, and we all love food. So we will be talking about in this live stream about her journey, fitness journey, the incredible progress she has since joining my program. We will also be sharing some tips and tricks how to maintain your results basically over the summer because socializing and holidays and events it can take a toll on your results in general, but Alisa maintained it and she actually transformed her body really well, so we will be talking about it. So thank you so much for being here with me, and can you just start by telling everyone a bit about yourself and yeah, just what was your approach before you started my program, and then maybe now what is your different approach?
Yeah, so hey, I'm Elisa, and I'm an American expat here in Prague. I found out about Wendy through Facebook. I think it was like Women's Expat
Mm,
of Prague, and she was commenting everywhere, and I was like, oh, okay, why not? I'll give it a shot. Because like before my journey, I don't know, I just followed all these keto and
mm,
intermediate fasting kind of like trends, and I was just following what people say rather than listening to my body, because
mm,
when I did those trends I would just felt always hungry and my mood wasn't great, and it just nothing was clicking. But with your program, like, holy crap, I feel like I have a better understanding about my body and my needs. And ever
mm,
since that, I just slowly just started seeing more and more changes, and I just felt better and more energized.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, that's how I
Great.
how I found you and started your program.
Perfect. Love that. And thank you so much for sharing. So basically, I know that you've been struggling a lot, like when it comes to nutrition before that. Do you feel like maybe when you went for holidays before my program, something would, be different? Maybe would you gain weight after the holidays? What was your approach when you were, during the summer somewhere versus now, basically when you are going for
Yeah,
holidays?
yeah. So being a foodie, I just always was kind of, my eyes were definitely bigger than my stomach. So I would look at all the fried stuff, the bigger portions, and
Yeah.
what I saw on Instagram. And I'm like, oh, that looks so great. And then afterwards, I just felt so bloated. And then my mood was just like, oh, and then I felt so guilty because, like, now I felt like I gained like
Mhm.
pounds after just eating a bunch
Yeah.
of, I mean, good food, yes, but then now, since the program, and I have a better education and knowledge from your program about what to eat and how to have a healthy balance, I
Mhm.
notice I still enjoy amazing trendy food, but I focus on more of fulfilling my macros, so having a
Mhm.
healthy balance of carbs and fats and protein as well. So, and I think that was a game changer for me, was having enough protein. So before the program, I never thought I'd be carrying a bunch of protein bars with me through my travel. Even even through TSA, when they checked I got a random check at TSA, and they had to look through everything. And they saw in my bag was it like eight protein bars. And they're like, wow, someone goes to the gym a lot. And I was like, yeah, I'm just trying to
Yes.
reach my 120 grams of protein a day.
Amazing. I love
Yeah.
that. Perfect. Yeah, this is
Mhm.
definitely something that not many people knows about, like how to actually get a lot of protein, because without the protein, we are feeling more hungry, irritated, we don't have a lot of energy, or actually our energy spikes a lot. But now with more protein, you are actually able to feel fuller for longer. So you don't need to eat like big amount of food. that, as you said before, like you were going for fried foods or like fries and stuff like that, just
Mhm.
because it wasn't a lot of protein based, you felt like you need to go for bigger meals. But now when you are focusing on the protein, it's actually okay to eat like normal balanced meal and then you are feeling full. So what
Mhm.
kind of like results have you seen since starting, or since you kind of started to focus on different nutrition?
Less inflammation and less bloating for sure.
Mm,
I definitely have more energy as
yeah.
well.
Mm,
I just never realized how much like carbs, like if you go over your carbs and fat, like how much you retain water, and
mm,
just like you just like just since then I just feel more lighter and more I have more energy. And
mm,
especially during traveling, that's so important because you don't want to feel so like sluggish when you're
yeah.
traveling
And
and
puffy.
everything. And
Yeah.
puffy, yes, yes. And especially in
Totally.
the summer too, you just want to look good and feel good and also eat good food too. So
Yeah, totally. So since like 8 months ago versus now, like how your body changed through the program? Because I know we increased the food as well at some point, and you are still losing weight. So tell us more about it. How was your thought when we increase your food on when you actually can eat food in a restaurant and still lose weight?
yeah, I mean, just overall, like my whole mood and just feel greater. I notice just more less puffy for sure.
Mm,
Just the whole muscle definition. Like sometimes I
yeah,
look in the mirror and look at my back and I'm like, oh, look at my back muscles that I never thought I had, you know?
exactly.
Yeah, and it's summertime, and before last summer, I was always insecure about showing my back or my arms. But
Hmm.
then now this summer, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wear that tank top. I'm gonna wear that halter, you know.
Amazing.
Yeah, and it's been really nice. And plus like eating like having drinks and like eating food and
Mm.
and I just got a new bikini and
Oh, I
and
want to
I
see
feel yeah,
pictures.
yeah, definitely. So
Amazing.
I have to go to the beach first, so
Yeah, fair point. But okay, so your body completely changed basically when you started to focus more on different nutrition. I know
Mhm,
that summer is super challenging when it comes to like
mhm,
fitness goals, and with all those socializing, holidays, and events,
mhm.
it is hard to lose weight or maintain the programs. So how did you actually plan to handle these challenges over the summer or over the holidays? Because I know you are traveling a lot. So
Yeah.
just tell me more about like how did you handle those challenges?
Yeah, yeah, so traveling a lot and also people visiting me as well, because of
Mm-hmm.
course, when people are visiting, you're kind of on holiday too.
Yeah, true.
Um, but, it's not it's not easy, but it's manageable. I think in
Yeah.
the beginning, it was quite hard for me because and especially hard on myself because 'cause I'm like, "Oh, I'm not focusing on myself, like, I'm too distracted, maybe I should" travel less or tell people not to come. But
Mm.
no, I mean, in general, more about communication. So when people are visiting, I just let them know, like, hey, I'm just going to go to the gym for an hour.
Nice.
Um,
That's really good.
and like, you could do what you need to, whatever. And then
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, if I can't do the workouts, I tell myself, like, at least I'll do Stairmaster for like 30 minutes, just
Mm-hmm.
some cardiovascular kind of exercise, just some kind of movement, right?
Yeah.
And if I can't even go to the gym, so when I'm traveling, I try to get a bajillion steps.
Mm-hmm.
Usually my target right now is 12,000, but usually when, I'm like traveling, I try to get like 15 or 20,000 steps.
Mm-hmm. That's really
And
good.
yeah, so pretty much just movement and protein. Try
Yeah.
to get yeah, and at restaurants, I try to get, like, meaty stuff, like grilled stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Yes, it's tempting to get some of the fried stuff, but I don't know, sometimes I compensate saying, like, "Okay, if I have, like, this fried thing, then I'll walk extra the next day." So,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like
Yeah.
a mental thing, a mental balance.
Yeah. I feel like it's
Mhm.
all about the balance and kind of like the dedication as well. Because obviously, if we would go all in, especially on holidays, we would gain a lot of weight, and then it's for us to harder to actually lose it. So if you are keeping kind of like being dedicated even on your holidays or during the
Mhm.
events, I think it's a something that you can kind of maintain for a longer time, because your body will actually thank you in the future, because you are not putting, into the body something that the body doesn't want to have. And also you are maintaining your results for longer. So basically you are not gaining 5 kg right after your holidays, but instead you are coming back with the same weight, and then you are continuing to lose weight or maybe like build more muscle mass, so we can maybe
Mhm.
play with the calories a bit more, and so on. So definitely these are really great strategies and tips that you are doing. Movement is the key for sure, because the
Yeah.
more movement you get, the better digestion you have as well.
Mhm.
And you can eat a little bit more food when you have extra movement, definitely.
Mhm.
Then definitely protein, as we said before, and then also like choosing the grilled options, boiled options, and stuff like that is actually really good as well. Do you feel like, for example, if you can't get pizza or something fried, that you are missing out or anything, or it's just like a just temporary feeling?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a temporary feeling of, "Oh, I have to try it because I'm here and, like, I'm not gonna be here for, like, a long time."
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I just try to share with whoever you're traveling
Yeah.
with. Um, Share it, and at the same time, I think just be easier on yourself too, like you are on holiday, and
Yeah.
um, I think that's what I struggled the most, was just kind of like being too hard on myself. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, like we all need a break too, you know.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
yeah, I definitely needed a break from the routine, and then
Mhm.
also just from tracking as well. And
Yeah.
it's just amazing that when you come back from holiday, you just get this huge momentum or motivation to get back on track.
Yeah.
And it feels amazing too. It's like it feels amazing that how fast you can get back on track for yourself.
Totally, totally.
Mhm.
And I feel like your body is craving it as well. So once you are sleeping in your bed, your brain is already like, okay, what is, the gym workout tomorrow? Like, let's get moving and stuff like that,
Mhm.
because you want to feel good. And then you know how you felt when you were super consistent, like maybe months ago, weeks ago, with the nutrition, with the workouts. And now you kind of feeling relaxed, you are feeling stronger, you had
Mhm.
more food over your holidays, and now actually your body is like, okay, let's get into workouts, let's build more muscle mass. So actually the body is kind of telling you what it needs if we are listening to it, which is amazing.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, perfect. um is there anything that is kind of like keeping you accountable to to sticking to your goals?
Yeah, if anything, you've been amazing at keeping me accountable and just provide I know. But not in that way, which is even better, because
Yeah.
I think we all need a trainer who's like more understanding and just
Hmm.
more of like that, hand-holding, guiding support.
Yeah.
Um, but in terms of accountability, sometimes, like usually I look back at like, my progress photos and be like,
Hmm.
okay, wow, like I've made a lot of changes, and I can keep going. Like
Yeah.
I'm like just like the mentality of thinking your body can still transform even
Hmm.
more, and you can be surprised.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I'm at that stage right now where I'm like, okay, well, wow, like I see my body now, and then it can be very different later on if I continue to be consistent and show up for myself. Um,
Totally. Yes, because
mhm,
our body is constantly changing. Like me
mhm,
looking back just a year ago, I was so skinny. I was so like I had muscles, but my
mhm,
booty was so small, my legs were so small. And now like
mhm,
when I'm looking back, I'm like, wow, I made so much progress actually. So
mhm,
your goals will never finish in 3 months, in 6 months. Honestly, it's like the whole life journey basically. So I
Mhm.
went through like bikini competitions to building the booty to being skinny to being kind of in circles when I had to build more muscle mass and so on. So definitely we will be working on more goals as we go. And I am glad that you are looking at your progress, what you've done before, because I think this realization that you can do even more if you are being consistent is gonna get you so far basically.
Mhm.
Because you need to be the best motivator for yourself. You need to know why you are doing this and why you have these goals.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds good. Perfect. Do you
Mhm.
want to add anything to the summer tips? How do you want to stay accountable to your goals and so on?
I mean, I think just get excited to what you can do rather
Yeah.
than being stressed about the numbers.
Oh yeah.
And it's yeah, I mean, it's something I'm telling myself too.
Mhm.
Is just, just enjoy the process and the
Yeah.
journey. Um, because I mean, if anything, this is like a lifestyle,
Mhm.
habit that you're building, you know.
Exactly. Like it
And
was. Sorry.
mhm. Oh no, no, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Like it was quite funny to me that when I was in the US for 16 days, I actually lost 2 kg. And
Nice.
I didn't track anything. I didn't see my weight. I didn't track any food. I had cocktails. I had dinners whenever I wanted,
Mhm.
and then I still lost weight just because I was listening to my hunger cues. I was being more active. So instead of like waiting for Subway forever and being in a dirty Subway, which I hated, so I hired a bike. So I was going with a bike in the whole New York. And crazy. But then I went at 3 a.m. for the pastrami sandwich that was like this big, and I ate it
Mhm.
all, at 3
That's
a.m. and I
amazing.
still
Yeah.
didn't gain any weight. So it was all about balance, like having more steps, finding more active routes, or how
Mhm.
can I move my body a bit more. I went to gym like twice maybe, so I didn't even work out. But for my lunch, for my dinners, I usually went for like a salad with a lot of protein, a lot of veggies. So as we said, like grilled options. Even
Yeah.
though the burgers were smelling so good, I knew if I would keep eating burgers on a daily basis, I would gain weight. So for me, at that time, my goals were more important than the 5 minute pleasure of the burger, basically.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like same thing for me because there was a week where my boyfriend was in town and we ate out every day. But
Hmm.
before he came, I went crazy in the gym. I'm like, okay, I need to go 4 times a week and everything and get my steps and do
Hmm.
Stairmaster. And then and then for me, I was surprised that even working out like crazy for a week and then having a week where it was like holiday and eating out every day, like I still managed to lose weight as well. I
Hmm.
think I lost 1 kilo, right? Or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
I know
and I
when you
was so
messaged me, Leah, like, what is happening?
yeah, I was so surprised. I was like, "Is my scale broken?" Like, because I just ate out. But I think in general, I feel like this fitness journey is just more getting to know
Yeah.
about your body, and it
Hmm.
and everyone's body are different. And I know it's hard for women to see, other women lose weight faster, but then
Hmm.
it's like, no, like their body is different and
Yeah.
their lifestyle is different, and same for
Yeah.
you. Your body is different and your lifestyle is different.
This is actually a very good point because sometimes I
Mhm.
have clients that are comparing each other, right? Like, hey, why did
Mhm.
she lose like 10 kilos and I didn't? We are at the
Mhm.
same, journey. We started in January. And I'm like, well, she is working out
Mhm.
different times in a week. Maybe she's lifting more heavier weights, maybe she's eating differently, she doesn't have kids, she can sleep 9 hours, so there is a lot of actually things that we need to consider when it comes to losing weight. So it's not just like one's journey fits all.
Mhm.
Yeah, because everyone's body is, yeah, we'll lose the way differently, but we
Mhm.
need
Mhm.
to find what works for us. So I'm glad that you did, and you
Yes.
are finding the movements, you are making different choices as well when you are eating out and on your holidays, and
Mhm.
you are having amazing results. So I'm super proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. And I can't wait to see even better results soon. Once you're gonna get settled down after your another holidays now.
Yes. Yeah.
And then another
Exactly.
holidays, but we're gonna make it happen.
Yes.
I'm excited. Okay. Thank you so much. It was lovely to chat to you, and I can't wait to hear you in another live stream.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.